expect in the early game.
You know what, David's really, I just have to say, he's really short.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Real quick, every single time you look at it, the story doesn't change. David wins.
Yes.
That's true. But you know, in MPL, almost always David loses. The Goliath just goes on, and that's
Goliath
the
goes
story
online.
That's just the story of Echo for, I think, the majority of the season until recently, where they got their 0-3. But this time, OEB looking to be bullied here by Ben Things. Looking at the emblem build, a lot of agilities coming in from Blacklist International. That has been the meta so far inside this regular season.
As usual, the Bruno just wants to stand tall with that tenacity as well, just to make sure that he's going to get ahead of the laning phase early on. That's very, very important.
Yo, is that 4 Wilderness Blessings for Blacklist?
Hey, gotta go fast. Ka-chow.
Oh, Goyo here. Taking quite a bit of damage. It's deceptively painful laning against a Valentina and a Florin this early on.
That's true, especially with the flower in the hands of that Valentina. We did see the same strategy, I think, yesterday for which team, but putting it in the hands of the Faramis was one of the key factors. I think that was Minana Evos. Looking at the top 3 career, most big heroes for the side of Sensui, it's pretty close. 1 game away for Fredrin to tie that for Akai, and these have been the prime tank junglers, I would say.
Yeah, and all of which were banned by TNC, so they did their homework.
Hey, if you don't do your homework, you don't pass the games. So they really have to, especially they're up against Blacklist International as Turtle spawns. TNC will be pulling it to their side, but none of the other members are nowhere to be found.
It's so hard for TNC to actually make a play here, given the wall that Sensui put up. And there's a penalty zone coming in from Agent Zero. King Kong goes down. Yue draws first blood, and the Turtle scored by
Goyo.
Blacklist. And Goyo looking for a cheeky play as Sensui scores.
You know what? I know what TNC was trying to do there with that draft, trying to force Sensui in a very uncomfortable hero. But I think they might be forgetting a few games from way back when he was Onyx, where he was actually also very proficient in the Grok jungle.
Yeah.
And yeah, that cost him that Lord and that that Turtle and that first blood.
And the best part about the Grok jungle is you literally just press your power of wilderness near a wall and you almost always survive. You can't get knocked back, you can't get taunted, you just press the retry with the power of wilderness.
Yeah.
Works all the time unless you're really bad with your retribution.
And like you saw, has an instant out with the wild charge, obviously, with a very very limited amount of crowd control that this lineup from TNC has. I mean, do you see any major stuns aside from obviously the Lapu Lapu? Not really, aside from the taunt.
And the knock-up on Goyo's Kadira.
Oh yeah, that's a big.
So it's
that's a big one.
very situational,
Yeah.
not on demand. So Blacks International, they can almost do anything that they want at any given point, especially with, oh wow, 2 Purifies.
Yeah, 2 Purifies. And looking at the crowd control coming in from TNC Pro Team, they honestly have a lot of soft crowd control. Not the really hard ones like the Kaja or the Franco, or even the Wild Charge coming in from Grok, but now Sensui trying to bully out King Kong here, but King Kong tries to fight a fight.
Oh, starting it off with an Astral Echoes. King Kong already used his ult here. Check out what Yue has. He's buying time.
Baby.
Oh, there's a big taunt. And Sensui with a Wild Charge saving himself. Almost caught a big old Astral Recall there. And they disengage. Wow, that was a close call.
Yeah, that was very close, and all of that was definitely a very aggressive movement. TNC going straight up on top side. They're not done.
Yeah. They're going to try to dive the gold lane here, but Blacklist International, they successfully defend OEB's backline. They're able to farm up already a 1K gold lead in the hands of the agents. This turtle fight will surely be a big one for TNC. They need to get something out of this one.
Sensui put up a Guardian's Barrier this time around. Turtle at a third of its health. There it is, one more time, a penalty zone. Astral Echo the answer back from Ben Things. And there's the Appraiser's Wrath. Edward falls. Agent Zero zeroed for this one. And Sensui's gonna fall one more time. Innocent gets a double. King Kong scores a turtle. TNC on the board.
And they did get something out of that turtle fight. Cut the lead from 1-5 to 700. That's a major win for the side of the Phoenix Army. And they did get Innocent 2 kills. Those will be very important as they head on for OEB.
Bow coming in. Clutch from the back.
Yeah, and the gold's definitely going on the right places here for TNC's pockets. basically Innocent just having a very free game, not really having a lot of issues, especially that Blacklist are not deciding to gank that gold lane as much as I think they should.
Yeah, and right now for the side of Blacklist
Oh,
International,
no!
Yue! And he's alive.
A mid-lane magician, making like Houdini, escaping. Whoa!
And a dodge from Yue.
You know, slippery feet or whatever you call them. Wait, that's not slippery feet. It's called fancy feet. My bad.
Fancy footwork, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Throughout that whole debacle, Edward was able to equalize. He was pushing down bottom, too.
Okay, check in one of the reasons why you really want to pick up that Terizla.
Oh.
So easy to do that, especially in your lane. You just one full cycle of your skill and you get life back and you clear that way.
Hey, that's one way to cross a wall. Dive underneath it. That's how that's how Aquaman did it in Wakanda Forever, right?
No,
I don't
No.
think so.
I don't think so. I watched the movie.
Yeah.
I watched
Didn't
the movie.
happen.
Big fan.
Big fan, by the way. And going back to this game, 6 minutes in, another Astral Echo lands on
Oh.
3 people. J knocks up.
Huge
Edward!
knock-up.
Oh no! First blood in this big old team fight. Drawn. TNC goes for the trade. 1-for-1 so far. Bow! The bravest fighter gonna be able to keep him alive, and he walks away. But Edward gets some damage in. Agent Zero still alive. 2-for-1. Blacklist happy with the trade.
Yeah, they looked really grim there for a second for Blacklist, but no, they turned it around quite quickly there. As you can see, especially King Kong right now, no backup to contest this turtle with. Well, I think they'll make it in time. Though it seems like Sensui really wants it.
Is a mano-y-mano. Make it a tag team match now, 2v2. Goyo still a little too far.
Astral Echo.
Thrown out, spots Yue and Sensui. Sensui going for an odd turn here, but now it's a 4v1, and King Kong secures the final turtle.
But on the top side, Innocent trying to look for J
Whoa!
here.
Ouchies.
One hit. Almost half of his HP gone here. And Innocent still having a great game. 2-0-1 in this game as TNC still holds a very, very minimal lead.
Oh!
There no, Goyo! Ooh, baby, he finds one.
Oheb one more time. 0-2 already. This early on, not a good look for a Claude. TNC, they're not letting up.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, this is the result of what I mentioned earlier. All the gold is going into the right pockets here. For TNC, specifically on that Bruno, the hits is just making a mark here.
Yo! Oh! That's just it. A lot of crowd control.
Yeah, just non-stop aggression here. And the snowball is really starting to pick up for the Phoenix Army.
And right now we are waiting for one big turn coming in from Blacklist International, but TNC, they have not let up in this entire game. Every time that their ultimates were up, they were trying to find a lot of kills all around the map. And Innocent, 3-0-2 in this game, 90% kill participation. Guy is having the gold.
That's true. Right now, items are showing that definitely TNC are a little bit in the lead here, but most specifically that Bruno, Berserker's Fury, as well as Haas Claws, along with the boots already got need for speed here for TNC, and they are not afraid to use it. Now, the biggest difference between the way Renegade plays his Florin compared to the previous successful Florin that we've had is he's really in front. He's really always on the team fights. He's not really afraid of showing himself most of the time.
Oh, nice perpendicular Astral Echoes there. Shot from an odd angle. Coming in from Ben Things. King Kong, 1v1 against Sensui. No one wants to force it. Instead, Black is going to go for their buffs.
Even with the Florin, it seems to be very hard for them to actually survive these hits.
Yeah, and with the survival that Blacklist has, they might just scale up really well as we enter mid to the late game. The moment that Goyo equalizes in terms of damage a bit, because right now he is on his power spike on this Kadida. Might just even fight Oheb, but he does fail in doing so. And now he almost gets killed. Almost though.
Bang! That's the mid lane magician finding the mark. Went fishing, found Goyo. Clean pick off for Blacklist. Now the Lord's looking more like a 50-50. Despite TNC coming in with the lead, Blacklist still slightly afraid. Maybe they'll take their time with the dance.
This is
Actually,
quite
yeah.
dangerous for the side of TNC. Without Goyo, they don't have the burst damage, but looks like they're still going to hold on to this Lord. Taunting Sensui in the process. Yue gets found out. Bao with the ultimate, or the Bravest Fighter rather, goes in for the flicker play.
Oh, now Yue here forcing out a defensive maneuver. Astral Echo's throwing out both directions. O'Haven said goes for the orange. Sensui and King Kong playing footsies. Lord here at neutral. There's the Guardian's Barrier forcing out a move from King Kong. What's happening in mid? Slowly pushing. River control. TNC.
Lord at critical point here. Part of his HP. Goyo with ultimate Edward on the two-man penalty zone.
There he is, Agent Zero wailing away. Opening up one for Bao to fall. Oheb finding one. King Kong scores. Lord for TNC.
The rest of the members of TNC, when Goyo went down, did a great job of keeping the playing field level, even though it was a 4v5. Blacklist could not completely go for the Lord, and they bought so much time that Goyo actually made it in time back to the fight.
Yeah, and then they held on to that Lord for around a minute or so. And with that, TNC already with a 2.6k gold lead, and Innocent with a crucial item pickup here to Wind of Nature to just fight against that Blazing Duet. But there are other odd item pickups here, Rockhard.
Yeah, actually, not really that much that's odd here. A bit of good, what do you call that, magic penetration already active for Goyo here, so that Rough Waves, Breath of the Ocean combo should be very potent. Gotta watch out for it, even if you are Sensui.
Looks like Lord Push will resume here downstairs. Bao will be the one right in front, but Ben thinks secretly looking for a play here. Four-man Astral Echo tries to throw a recall, finds Sensui, and the wall delays that Lord Push.
Yeah, just buying a little bit more time. Good move here from TNC.
They're able to defend to that Lord, just shred through it like butter.
Yeah, that turret's going down. No chance right now, especially with Innocent just feeling so confident and packing all these items on this Bruno. Look at the damage dealt here off the charts.
What kind of items, though?
That's a good point. We'll find out.
Why?
Brother, it's already there!
No, it's not. Oh, yeah, right behind it.
Why?
Can't see them, though. But right now, yeah, I think Malefic Roar, Wind of Nature, that's it. He only needs one item to be fully locked in at 12 minutes.
Yeah, and they're already pushing here upside. Look at that!
Goyo comes in quick, but just the same, there's just too much. TNC has hit critical mass. Two have already fallen, and TNC are already inside their base. They're going for it. Game one.
What?
The Phoenix Army has shocked the system. Going 1-0.
And this winning moment is brought